That's right. The ability to provide the necessary infrastructure to accommodate the growth here in the county has been a question that's been asked here over and over again for years. And at this gathering of officials and residents, it's hoped to gain a better understanding of where we're headed tomorrow. More than 200 residents showed up at Bethesda Chevy Chase High School on a recent Saturday to get their questions answered and to start talking about possible solutions to this age-old question.
An issue that arouses great passion and debate.
The forum was organized by Councilmember Roger Berliner, who said keeping pace with our growth is the biggest issue in the county.
I don't think we're going to find any magic bullets today, but we may find a few aha moments. Places where we say to ourselves, that's an idea, let's advance that.
The most important question, the resources to close this gap between infrastructure and our priorities and growth.
The question we have to ask ourselves is, why are we not keeping up? And I hope that we would delve further into that question to truly examine that portion of it.
The forum examined all aspects of infrastructure affected by growth: transportation, roads, parks, and schools, which garnered the most attention at the event. Enrollment in county schools has increased by more than 16,000 students since 2007, and that number is projected to keep growing.
We will devote every dollar that we can to school construction at the county level. We are getting about 11% of state dollars for construction, but our school population is about 17% of the state. So we are working very closely with our hardworking senators and delegates in Annapolis, and we're right in the midst of that conversation right now to determine how much money they'll be able to bring home.
Planning Board Chair Casey Anderson explained the county already requires developers to pay a percentage for the school seats they generate. And if a school cluster is over 120% capacity, county law requires a moratorium on development, though that is not the case anywhere here in Montgomery at this point.
It takes a bunch of pieces to make it all work. New development has to pay its share. The state has to give us our share of property tax, income tax revenue that we generate locally, which has not been true in the past. And in the county government, we need to make sure that there's a focus on using those dollars most efficiently in the school system and in cooperation with the county council.
Bill and Mary Fryer attended the event on Saturday. They raised their children in Bethesda.
Well, we're living in the same house that I grew up in.
They are passionate about the Bethesda community and want to see the area grow in a stable manner.
So it's not a horrible feeling that I come here and let's fix this. It's a where are we headed and can we help it head better?
One of the last questions.
The afternoon session consisted of breakout groups tasked with a list of questions to discuss.
Having a green space as both active and passive spaces.
We were working on the second question, which talks about overutilization, overcapacity at schools.
Howie, if you could write down balancing priorities.
Greg Zepp came to the forum armed with an idea to save the county money as it looks at a future BRT system.
In about a quarter mile of a bus stop. Wow.
An idea that has been proven successful in Houston, Texas.
In Houston, what is it? They spent $1.2 million redesigning their bus service, and because they're reallocating 25% of their existing resources, they're going from planning to actual implementation in 1 year. Here in Montgomery County, we're going to be spending $21 million studying 3 BRT routes in 2 years.
All officials agreed the bottom line to solving this problem is money, and that's where officials say we need to be creative in how we approach our future.
So we need to think about the challenges we face as a community differently, because if we keep doing the same things over and over again and expect a different result, as Einstein said, that's insanity.